Hello, everyone. Today we are doing operations with functions. So we're going to jump right into our first problem. Given f of x equals x squared minus 7x plus 10 and g of x equals x minus 2. Find each function, indicate any restrictions in the domain or range. So these are like having two types of vehicles. We have a f vehicle and we have a g vehicle. So this parentheses f plus g looks like times x, but it's of x. It's translated to f of x plus g of x. So this plus here lets us know what we're going to do with these two equations. And essentially all we're doing is we're just adding these two equations. That's all. We're just going to add up the like terms. So we can write it all in one line, or we can stack them on top of each other. So I'll give it to you in the original way that people will write this. They'll just write x squared minus 7x plus 10, right? That's the f equation, right? And then I'll try to color code this for all of us here. So we'll say that this g of x here is in red. And then we're going to add the g equation. So this g here is x minus 2, this guy, right? So the blue here is the f of x, the red here is the g of x. It's pretty straightforward. Okay. And like I said, we can just go ahead and add up like terms. If you want to, you can stack it on top of each other. This is how I would normally do it, where I would stack on top of the corresponding variable and exponent and just add this all up. And then this would be x squared minus 6x plus 8. Okay. And this is a quadratic. So it's going to be a parabola. So we're just going to go ahead and find the domain and range here. I'm just going to do a simple way here and just put it into our graphing calculator. So you go to your y equals, you plug in all of your coordinates or your equation for the graph button. I'm just going to see what the vertex is. I can look at the table too. So if I go second graph here and go down to right there, it looks like the vertex is 3, -1. You can also go to the graph here and go second trace. This is a minimum 3. Go left of it. I'm left of it. I can hit enter right now. Go right of it. Then hit enter here. Enter again. And we see here it is at 2.9. That's pretty much 3, -1. So the lowest it goes, if you want to just kind of sketch it, 3, -1, right? The lowest it goes here is -1, right? It goes forever to the left and forever to the right. So our domain here is going to be all real numbers, right? You can write it like this. You can write it like this. So for the range here, the lowest it goes here is -1 and up, right? So it goes, so this is going to be y is greater than or equal to -1, or you could write it as parentheses -1 comma infinity. Just put a bracket here as it includes that -1. All right. So those are our domain and range. Our answer that we're really looking for is this guy right here. Okay. So all we did was add up the two equations. That was it. Okay. Let's move on to the next problem. Or you can give it a shot too. So for this problem, we are going to do f of x, and I hope you understand what we're doing next, but we're going to subtract it, right? This here lets us know what we're doing. So today we're adding, subtracting. We're also going to be multiplying, dividing as well. I'm going to go ahead and do the red equation here, g of x. Okay. So there's a little bit more work in this one. You're actually going to have to do a little bit of distributing with a negative. So I'm going to write the f of x equation here. And you can write in parentheses, and you know, put in parentheses here as well for the first original problem that we did. So it's going to be x squared minus 7x plus 10. I'll put that in parentheses. And then we have a minus here. And then I'll put this guy in red here in parentheses. So x minus 2. All right, the reason why I have it in parentheses is because I need to distribute a negative or a -1 to the red parentheses. And I'm going to go ahead and do this and stack it on top of each other. So for the blue parentheses, I just need to drop it. In the red parentheses, distribute the -1 here. and I get negative 1x, positive 2, and we add this up, x squared minus 8x plus 12. So there's our answer. We can do the domain and range really quickly. You can put this into your graphing calculator. And we're going to go to our y equals here. Clear this and put our new equation in here. So x squared minus 8x plus 12. I'm going to go ahead and hit the graph button. And let's see what the vertex here. Go second trace. And then we're going to go to 3 for minimum. We'll go left a bit. Let's see where I'm at. Yeah. Hit enter. Go right a bit. Hit enter. Enter one more time. The vertex is 4 comma negative 4. 4 comma negative 4. Just a small sketch here. 4 comma negative 4. Okay. So this domain is going to be all real numbers. It goes forever left and forever right. So all real numbers, or negative infinity to positive infinity. The range here is y is going to be greater than or equal to negative 4. It goes as low as negative 4 and up, right? Including that negative 4. So we go bracket negative 4 comma positive infinity. Okay. So that's how we do the adding and subtracting of them. We're going to go ahead and do the multiplication and division of them. And we're going to have some restrictions for sure. So we're going to do the same problem. Okay. So same exact problem, f of x, this is the f of x equation, f of x equals x squared minus 7x plus 10. And g of x and g of x equals x minus 2. Find each function, indicate any restrictions in the domain. So here they tell us to multiply them. Okay. So I'm gonna write the translation. This says to take the f of x, and we need to multiply them now. Multiply. I put this in red here. G of x. Okay. I'll highlight what we're supposed to do. So earlier we added and we subtracted. Now we're going to multiply them. So write the blue equation, x squared minus 7x plus 10. Okay. And then you don't really need to write the multiplication sign right now. And if you want to, you can. But all we're going to do is we're going to distribute. I'm going to go from right to left. So I'm going to take this x and I'm going to distribute everything here, right? That's an x cubed minus 7x squared plus 10x. Take this negative 2 and distribute to everything over here. And I'm going to stack it on top of each other according to the same variable and exponents. So it's going to be a negative 2x squared positive 14x minus 12. So double check to make sure I got everything right so far and I distributed everything correctly. And it looks good. And we're going to go ahead and add this up. So this is going to be x cubed minus 9x squared plus 24x minus 12. So here's our answer. And you can sketch this if you want to on your graphing calculator. But it's going to look something like this. Okay, but we can sketch it just so everyone can see what it looks like. So go to my y equals, clear this out, and I'm going to go x, and I have to hit the math button for the cube, 3 minus 9x squared plus 24x minus 12. And I'm going to go ahead and hit the graph button. Okay, it's going up like that. Okay, we don't care about it touching the x-axis, but it goes forever to the left, forever to the right, and also forever down and forever up. So that's the main thing that we need to understand, that it goes forever to the left and down. This goes forever to the right and forever up. So the domain here is going to be all real numbers. The range here is also going to be all real numbers, or negative infinity to positive infinity. Right? And for the last one here, think you understand what we're going to do next, but we're going to divide, right? So this translates to f of x, division sign, done black, divided by the g of x. Put this in red. Okay. It's the division bar that we're doing, right? We're dividing it now. So we're essentially reducing it. And if we can divide it, we could do long division and things like that and synthetic, but you don't have to. I want to keep this real simple. So our f equation here, x squared minus 7x plus 10, everything divided by our x minus 2. And right away, we should state our restrictions, what x cannot equal. So if you look in the denominator right now, what number can we put in for x that would make that denominator a 0? Because you can't have a 0 in your denominator, right? So what you're basically doing is taking this denominator, setting it equal to 0, adding 2 to both sides. And this is what x cannot equal. Because if x equals positive 2, that's 2 minus 2 in the denominator. That would be 0. So from the very get-go right now, our restrictions, x cannot equal a positive 2. That's part of our answer. That's one of our restrictions, really. But let's go ahead and finish this problem up. So to finish this problem up, we actually factor whatever we can up top to see if we can cancel anything out. So two numbers to multiply to 10 that adds up to -7, -5, and -2. And in my denominator, I also have an x minus 2. And from here, you can cancel out these x minus 2, and we're left over with x minus 5. That is our solution. We don't need the parentheses here. I just got used to writing it. But this is our solution. And when we write the domain and range, it's going to look like this. So for the domain, when you graph this, a y equals x minus 5, that's a diagonal line, right? That's the diagonal line. I mean, we don't need to put in our graphing calculator, but it goes through -5 on the y-axis, and it goes this way, right? But I will tell you at +2 here, it's going to have an open circle. It's not going to include that. So you can say for domain, it's all real numbers, but x cannot equal a 2. Okay, I know what you're saying, but it can equal 2 here, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about from the original, yeah. And for the range here, it's going to be all real numbers, just like that. All right, I hope you guys liked it.